What's going on? Germs here, back with another review. Today we've got a kind of rare and expensive Hungarian 24-hour ration. So stick around, we'll get this thing open and see what we got. All right, so this is the Hungarian Defense Forces 24-hour ration. It's going to be menu number 3. I did some translating and it really didn't work that well, but I believe it's going to be some sort of cabbage stew, maybe with sausage. And then I think there's also a lamb dish. And this one's going to be best by October 11th, 2021. So this is a little more rare ration. It's hard to find. I saw it was available on MRE Mountain and I purchased it, and it was not cheap. And I have to say, I ordered menu number 7. I got menu number 3. So whoever got my bacon pate in menu number 7, you. I hope you enjoy it. So let's not waste any time. Let's crack this thing open. Let's see what we got. All right, because I paid so much for this, I'm opening it from the back because I'm going to save this bag at least. All right, so right away, I smelled dead fish, and I actually smelled that before I opened it. There is a hole in it, but it's from these fuel tablets. These things stink to high heaven, so I need to get these out of here. And as you can see, it's open. It's smelling up the whole bag. It's smelling up my life. I got to get them out of here. All right, that's better. Still stinks, but hopefully it didn't penetrate any of this food in this bag. We've got 4 packs of crispy crackers. Oh, nice. We have a 3-in-1 coffee. A couple of the other reviews I've seen didn't have coffee in it, so this is cool. All right, so it's not bacon pate, but this is duck liver, and I've never had duck liver pate, so I'm kind of excited now. We've got some Twinner extra strong mint sugar-free chewing gum with xylitol. And I believe this is our cabbage with pork. The translator didn't work worth a crap, so this, I believe, is going to be our cabbage with pork. All right, so this is going to be meatballs and tomato sauce. So I guess we do not have lamb, which is fine with me because I'm not the biggest fan of lamb. This is going to be a poultry and beef meatball, so I'm actually kind of excited. And we've got a pack of raisins. Got an Esbit stove, which we're not going to be using because I am not using those hexamine tablets indoors. They stink so bad, I'm just not doing it. And this is going to be a vegetable cream soup. And then this is all the nutritional info, and I will translate that and put it up on the screen. Let's open our accessory packet. You get some fruity little candies. You get this massive pack of lemon tea drink powder. Makes about 1 liter or more. So don't know how we're going to do it yet, but we'll figure it out. You get 30 grams of sugar, 2 packets of salt. Looks like maybe a couple napkins or bung fluff. You get a crap ton of dextrose tablets. And then you get some Vulcan matches. Red tip. All right, so that's what you get in the Hungarian Defense Forces 24-hour combat ration. Menu number 3 from 2019, I believe. I've got this broken out into 3 different meals, how I would probably do it. So this Hungarian ration has 2 canned meals. The few other reviews I've seen had a canned meal and 1 meal with a retort pouch and a flameless ration heater. So this is a little different from what I've seen. And honestly, there's really not that much food here for the weight of that ration and for as big as I thought it was. There's really not that much food here. Not a big deal. So we're going to start out with breakfast. Let's slap this down and dig in. Perfect. All right, first things first, we need to make this coffee, and I'm actually not too confident about this coffee. It feels like a brick inside, so I'm not even going to bother heating up any water. Yeah, I don't think you can see in there, but this is no good. I don't know. It smells okay. All right, so maybe that's just the sugar that has caked up. It smells fine, actually. It smells fine. So I guess I am going to boil some water and make this coffee. While we wait for the water to boil, let's open up these crackers. Pretty crummy. Get the raisins out. This didn't come with a spoon, so I'm going to use this Australian CR1M spoon. Set him back over here. All right, so let's make some of this lemon iced tea. This makes 1.5 liters of iced tea, which is a lot of iced tea. So I think what I'm going to do is use my vintage World War II canteen kit. Holds about 1 liter. pretty caked up inside. I don't know if you can see that in there, but it's pretty caked up. Yeah, see, it's caked up, but I think it's just the sugar. I don't think it's really a big deal. It's going to be fine. So like I said, this lemon iced tea makes about 1.5 liters. This canteen holds about 1 liter, so I did about 2/3 of that packet. All right, I'm just going to go fill this up with water at the sink, and I'll be right back. Let's give it a shake. Let's set him back over here. All right, let's check out this duck liver pate. I've never had this before, and I'm really excited to try it. It's seen better days. Looks like it is going to be Best by 2023, so it's really not that old. Just want to check, make sure it's not compromised in any way. So far, it looks pretty good. I don't see any holes, any pinholes. Looks pretty good. I think this is going to be okay. So let's give this a shot. So this looks really good. Looks really creamy. Smells really good. Smells delicious, actually. I can't wait to try this. All right, so let's get a little taste on its own. Looks really good. Looks nice and creamy. Looks buttery. There it is. Looking really good. It smells delicious. It smells so good. There it is. Let's give this a shot. Oh man, that is some of the best pate I've ever had in my life. That duck liver pate, hands down, some of the best. That is so fantastic. It is so good. Gonna have to try that on some crackers. This stuff is so good. That seriously, best pate ever. It's so creamy. It's so smooth. It doesn't have that livery, minerally taste. It's so mild. Just has such a great flavor. It's absolutely delicious. Now, I'm not so mad that I got menu number 3 because that stuff, fantastic. So good. Last bite. Zero complaints with that. All right, let's try out this coffee. It's actually good. It's very good. I'm not a big fan of 3-in-1s. I mean, they're fine, but I prefer just coffee and creamer, no sugar. That's actually really good. It's not overly sweet. Maybe I put a little too much water in it. I don't know, but it's actually very good. Let's try our lemon iced tea. Mixed up pretty well. I don't see any powder in the bottom, so let's give this a shot. That's really refreshing. One of the few reviews that are out there that I watched, the reviewer said this was very, very sweet, but I'm not picking that up at all. Probably because I only used 2/3 of the packet in that canteen. Very refreshing, very natural tasting. It's got a nice lemon flavor to it. I really like that. Set him over here. Let's try out these raisins. I mean, they're raisins, so not too excited about it. Not bad. They're real dry, kind of grainy. Taste a little bit off. It's because they're old, but they're not bad. They're raisins. Might as well mix some crackers and some raisins. I don't know what else to do with these crackers. Not a bad combo. It'd be better if they were salty. Those crackers are not salty at all. They're very thin, very light. They go better with the raisins if they had salt, but not bad. One more drink. It's breakfast, so I'm not going to put any germ killer in that quite yet. But I'm sure it's going to happen. Almost guarantee it. Let's try out this little banana candy. Very sticky. Wow, it's very small, but that packs a bunch of flavor. That's very good. I like banana stuff, so that's right up my alley. A lot of people hate artificial banana, but it doesn't bother me. Let's try out a peach. Not crunchy at all, but that is a super flavor. That is so good. Those are tiny. Here's a pomegranate. I mean, they're tiny. Oh, they're not a hard candy at all. But man, the flavors are so intense. Man, I love those candies. Those are good. I was like, candy, who cares? But those are good. Those are really good. Let's get these dextrose tablets out of the way. Very powdery. It's like eating powdered sugar. That's really all it is. It's pure energy. That's all that is. That's plain and simple. It's not bad because it's sugar, but I'm not going to eat any more. All right, well, there you have it. That was the breakfast menu. It was pretty good, pretty light. The duck liver pate was the best pate I've ever had. It was superb. It was so creamy, so tasty, very mild, not minerally, just a great pate. So happy with that. Raisins are raisins. Coffee I was happy about just because I didn't think there was going to be coffee. The lemon iced tea, excellent. Crackers are meh. Those candies are killer. And quite honestly, not a bad breakfast. I mean, I don't normally think of having pate for breakfast, pate and crackers, but it was actually pretty good. All in all, good breakfast. Now I'm kind of excited for lunch, so I'll see you tomorrow for lunch. All right, so it's lunchtime, and for lunch, we're going to have this duck liver pate, Hungarian style, or duck liver paste. We're also going to have this layered cabbage dish. This has sauerkraut and pork and pearl barley. So I'm ready for lunch. So let's slap this down and dig in. Perfect. All right, let's get this main heating up. Oh. Yeah, that kind of exploded when I opened it. Got all over my shirt. It smells excellent. It smells really good, so I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Let's open it up. Let's see what we got. All right, so there it is, and it smells delicious. It smells spectacular. I mean, that smell is emanating throughout the whole filming area. It really is. It's almost got a little bit of a smoky smell to it, and it smells porky, and you can smell that cabbage. It smells mild. It smells really, really good. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to heat it up in this vintage Romanian mess kit on that stove right over there. So let's dump that in this, and let's get it heating up over there. You can see, I think that's all grease, all fat. It's going to be delicious. And there it is. It smells fantastic. It really does. I can't wait to eat this. All right, let's get this heating up. All right, we're going to just put it on super low heat and just let it kind of slow cook. Want to give this a little bit of a stir. So while that does its thing, let's open up this pate. Let's check it out first. Does not look compromised at all. All right, let's open it up. All right, this one looks good too, and it smells delicious. So let's eat some of this. Let's get our crackers open. These ones fared a little bit better than the other ones. I can hear that bubbling already, so I'm going to give it a stir. Smells absolutely delicious. All right, let's eat some of this pate. I'm pretty excited for it. Glad they give you two. Don't worry, I won't bore you too much. We've already seen this once, so I'm just going to eat it, not going to talk about it. Man, that stuff is good. I guess we're going to have to do this. Making a mess. I don't care. One last bite. I need to get some of this stuff. I need to find some. This stuff is spectacular. It is just superb. It is so good. Doing real well. Not burning, scorching. So while we wait for that, I need a drink. Got this lemon tea from last night. Put it in the fridge. That's good stuff. That is good stuff. All right, so I think our layered cabbage casserole is done, so I'm going to grab that. All right, let's dump this out. So like I said, there is pearl barley in here, and sauerkraut, and pork. And I believe this sauce is going to be like a pork type broth with some paprika. All right, so we're going to go in for a bite. All right, so there it is, kind of reminiscent of that cabbage and sausage that I had in the Polish ration, which I believe now through the comments is actually called bigos, so should be good. That is spectacular. Just punches you in the face with flavor. It is so good. Seasoned perfectly. It's salty, not too salty. You definitely don't need any salt. It's killer. It is really good. Let's get another bite. And there's a lot of it. The pork is so tender. That sauerkraut, very mild again, just like the Polish dish. Very good, porky, almost a smoky flavor to that broth. Pork is just cooked perfectly, and it has such great flavor. This is the kind of dish I need to learn how to make at home. This is fantastic. So I figured this was probably going to be the better of the two mains. But the reason I chose this for lunch was somebody made a comment in the Polish video that I just posted a couple weeks ago that the cabbage can cause some severe digestive issues in some people, which makes a lot of sense. Doesn't really do that for me, but I figured I'd choose it for lunch if I was a soldier, just in case. If I had it for dinner, I wouldn't want to go to bed and then have to wake up with digestive issues. This sauce is actually kind of creamy. There's a creaminess to it, almost like a cheesiness. The pearl barley is superb in here. Such a great compliment. And there's some gigantic chunks of pork. And there's a lot here, but it's actually not that filling because a lot of it is just cabbage. I have no problem eating all this. One last bite. That was spectacular. That was by far one of the best mains I've had. Ranks right up there with the last couple. It just seems to keep getting better and better. I know I keep saying that. So far, this is going to be in the top tier for sure. The only reason it may not be like top of the top is because there just wasn't much else to go with it other than crackers. All right, well, there you have it. That was the lunch menu. That was the layered cabbage casserole with pork. Just a stunning dish. Tastes homemade, 100%. Zero complaints for me on this dish. I'm going to clean this up, and I'll see you back here in about 3 or 4 hours for dinner. All right, so we're back with dinner, and for dinner, we are going to have this meatball and tomato sauce, this vegetable cream soup. We got 2 packets of crackers, and we got some chewing gum. So far, this ration has been outstanding. So I'm hoping this dinner is as good as the lunch was. So let's slap this down and dig in. Perfect. All right, so first things first, I want to get this soup made and then the main heating. And we're going to use the canteen cup from this vintage canteen kit. Let's get this out of the way. Let's get this soup made. Looks pretty basic, but it smells really good. So this calls for half a deciliter of cold water and 1.5 deciliters of hot water. So that's 50 mils and 150 mils. Here's our 50 mils of cold water, and here's our 150 mils of hot water. Let's give that a stir. There it is. Smells pretty good. Set him over here. Now let's get this meatballs and tomato sauce opened. There's what it looks like. Oh, it smells fantastic. It smells so good. This is going to be good. Just like the lunch was great, I think this is going to be great. All right, let's get this in this mess kit. Those are some huge meatballs. It doesn't look like a whole lot in there, but that's 400 grams. So that's quite a bit of food. So we're going to get this heating up on this stove right over there. And just like the lunch, I'm going to do a low simmer. Let's get a pack of these crackers out. No surprises here. These are the same crackers we've had for the last 2 meals, so I already know they're good. I really like them. They could use a little more salt. They're nice, they're light, they're crisp. They go well with dishes. They're pretty good. A little bit stale. A little bit of salt on these, and these would be really good. Not quite sure if I'm going to open this other packet of crackers. Not sure I'm going to need them. I'm more than likely going to put them in the soup, but I'm not quite sure about the meatballs and tomato sauce. So let's try the soup. Looks like a nice, hearty, creamy vegetable soup. Definitely think it's going to need some crackers. Smells really good. Picking up a lot of celery in this, and it's very good. All right, we're going to put some crackers in this. Lots of crackers. We got plenty. Gonna let that soak in. Might as well put the rest of these crumbs in there. All right, let's give this a shot. There it is. Smells good, tastes good. It's gonna be good. That's very good soup. Not much to it. Put the crackers in it, gives it some more substance. Got a nice vegetable flavor. It's got a real good flavor of celery. For whatever reason, I'm picking up celery. That'd be really satisfying on a real cold night. Glad I put all these crackers in there. Really helps. Those are the perfect crackers, actually. Goes real well with the soup. Nice and thin, real crispy. They're soggy, but they still have kind of a crunch. Those are good. All right, the meatballs and tomato sauce are boiling, so I'm gonna go give it a stir. Looking good, it's smelling fantastic. Let's try some more of this soup while that cooks. There's not much here as far as food, so let's just eat this. I mean, I know it's just a soup. But like I said, it's very satisfying. It's very flavorful. I'd be happy with that. But I think the way to do it is just to drink it. Definitely happy with that. Need a drink now? That iced tea is so good. And they give you a lot. It's really nice, actually. Filled that whole canteen up 2 days ago, and it's been in the fridge ever since. Awesome. All right, let's go check on that main. Looking really good, smelling really good. Oh, it smells fantastic. Let's give it a stir. I think it's just about done. So this is done. I'm going to turn the heat off, and I'm going to get it out. Oh yeah, this looks fantastic. Smells really good. I'm going to try a little bit of the sauce on its own. It's very hot. It smells really good. It smells kind of like, I hate to say it, but it smells like SpaghettiOs kind of. Only it's obviously going to be way better, but it's a mild tomato sauce. It's not like a marinara or something like that. It's mild. Oh, that is fantastic. It's no SpaghettiOs. Absolutely not. Tastes homemade. Very smooth, very creamy, great tomato flavor. It's seasoned perfectly. It's obviously got some oregano in there, maybe some thyme. Very subtle. Not too salty, but salty enough. That's good stuff. I cannot wait to try these meatballs. So let's cut one of these meatballs in half. As you can see, there's some rice in there. I did read on the ingredients that there's rice in there. Give us some texture and some substance. Yeah, this looks fantastic. Let's go in for a bite. So not sure you can see that, but there is some rice in there. And yeah, this smells and looks amazing. That is fantastic and spectacular. It's a beef meatball. It's cooked perfectly. It's very tender, very flavorful. Not a whole lot of seasoning in there, but with the addition of that rice, it gives it that nice texture, holds it all together. That is superb. I could eat this all day long. The tomato sauce is a little bit sweeter. It's on the sweeter side, but it's not too sweet. It's got just enough sugar in it. See those bits of rice in there? I really don't think the crackers would add much. But we got them. Let's open them up. Let's try it. Crumbly. Let's just put a few in there. This is almost reminding me of Campbell's tomato soup, only way better, like a tomato bisque or something. So the crackers actually might be pretty good. Yep. Just going to crumble them right in the package. Yeah, these are a good combo. Like I said, this sauce being kind of like a tomato soup flavor, that started to hit me. That's what it tasted like. It goes very well with this sauce. It's excellent. It's so good. Let's get some of that meatball with these crackers and tomato sauce. What a phenomenal dish. It is so good. Last bite. Wow, fantastic. What a spectacular main. There's no doubt I'd be happy with that. If I were a soldier in those circumstances, that is comfort food right there. Along with the lunch, both of them, comfort food. Let's get this out of the way, and we're gonna do this. I mean, why not add a little germ killer to that lemon iced tea? I mean, you can never be too careful, right? Cheers. Now that's good. Only one thing left to do. Let's try out these matches. They work. Oh, I take that back. We have one more thing to try out, and it's this gum. So this is going to be extra strong mint gum. There it is. Looks like chiclets, kind of. Not the best gum. Not a good chew. The flavor's fine. It's the chew I don't like. It's very rubbery. The flavor seems to last, but I mean, it's gum. I mean, would you really complain? I doubt it. It's basically just something to get the crud out of your teeth. Might as well have some more of this. All right, there you have it. That was the Hungarian Defense Forces 24-hour combat ration, menu number 3. This one's a bit rare, so I splurged on this one. So was it worth it? Yes, it was worth it. Like I said in the beginning, I ordered menu number 7, but I got menu number 3. I was a little ticked off about that, but honestly, I am just fine now. Having had it, I'm very happy with this. I really wanted menu number 7 for the bacon pate, but the liver pate was absolutely stunning. It was so good, and I'm really glad I got to try it. I kind of wish they would have had 2 different pates in this ration, but I'm not going to complain because that duck liver pate was superb. Best pate I've had, absolute no doubt about it. There really wasn't too much to this ration. You basically got some pate and 2 mains and some crackers, and that's it. You get this gigantic pack of dextrose tablets, so there's that. But honestly, these mains filled me up. The drink was awesome, especially with some germ killer in it. They do not give you eating utensils, but I'm sure the soldiers are issued eating utensils in a mess kit of some sort. So this was a great experience. This was a great ration. I am really happy I did it. I'm really happy I splurged. It's just so cool to be able to taste some of these foods from around the world. It's just so cool, and I really love it, especially when they're good. So if you stuck with me through this Hungarian journey, I really appreciate it. Again, this was such a good ration. I'm not sure if it's going to be at the top of the top tier, but it's absolutely in the top tier. The only thing I would have to say is it has a lack of additional items other than the main dishes. But that's not really that big of a problem in my opinion, especially with the lunch with the layered cabbage casserole and the pate. I was stuffed, and I'm actually stuffed after this meal. So I'm not quite sure if that's a big deal that there wasn't a whole bunch of side items. But at any rate, this was a great ration. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you like my content and you want to see more of this kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and then make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified when I post new content. So again, I really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate you watching, and I'm going to be back soon with another review. Later. You f***er. Got an Esbit Stoves. Oh, you son of a bitch. What is this? I guess I should f***ing check. Is that the same shit? Hope not. Well, f***. Both the same. That sucks. I like trying new shit. Got some Twinner extra strong mint, sugar-free chewing gum. Record, you stupid